Alright, so I'm making this video. I just won 12 games in a row with Udyr, and I've won 15 out of my last 16. So I'm feeling myself right now. I'm playing pretty solid. This is a good example of how to win the game as a jungler, starting from opening up the game and then looking to close. Runes, I should have taken PT instead of Conquer. I've been baselining Conquer, but switching to PT. Team's mostly squishy, which it seems is. So that was like a small mistake, I guess. I mean, I was making T, and I just went with my baseline, but just I point that out just because it's always good to make sure you're taking the right runes masteries. Conquer doesn't give me the early game fighting I need to fight against this Nocturne. So that being said, the route I'm going to be taking here, like I said, I was making T, so I'm just standing here. But anyway, don't do that. But the route I'm going to be taking here is I'm going to go red, and then I'm going to clear my blue side and then go for like a level 3 gank. I'm doing this route because one, I don't normally I start blue side, but I don't want to go down to the bot side because there's Ezreal, Sona, and we have Lux, Kai'Sa, so I'm not really feeling confident about that gank success. So I could go for like a full clear and end bot and try to gank, but I think there's a pretty good chance. Orange usually has a really strong early game against Riven in lane, so I kind of bank on being able to get a gank there. So just do a red start. And then I clear these. You should just do the 2 small wolves and leave the big wolf if you are gonna rush gank. But the reason why I did the big one is I noticed that it was actually my Riven shoving this guy, so I realized I had the extra time. Mid lane, Vigar's actually shoving pretty hard here. So anyway, nothing too crazy. I don't really kite the camps that much because I'm a lazy shit, and Udyr doesn't take damage because of his shield, so I'm full health. But if you should kite the camps. Don't be lazy like me. I'm just abusing my Udyr privilege anyway. So. Obviously, this gank's not doable because that lane state, but this one's really doable. So I walk around, I drop a ward here because I know this guy started bot side, so I know he could potentially come in for a counter gank. I wouldn't have committed my flash here had I saw Nocturne on my ward, but I knew that we could definitely get this gank because we have the whole entire lane to run this guy down. So I actually give the kill to Xerath on purpose. I think it's always good to give your laners kills if you can. It's kind of an argument here, but I was normally I take kills, but I was just feeling like Xerath could really use the kill a lot more than I can for some reason. I don't know, I was feeling generous. So I got the bottom crab. Okay, here's the important part is coming up here. I ping over here, right? Because I'm this guy's clearly going to go for this crab because I took the bottom one, right? And they know I'm here. They saw me walk through mid, so. I actually typed into the chat to my team. I said he's going to go for that one. All right, and then I ping this. Okay, I ping it again. I'm spam pinging. I'll let my team know. He showed on the word, so that's why I did the second spam pings. Okay. So Xerath right now is playing in the middle of the lane. He should be playing on the bot side of the lane here. So anyway, he has no flash or anything. We already know this, so he gets ganked pretty free. That was a huge mistake on his part, but I did what I could, right? Looking at how the lane was, I didn't necessarily know for sure he was gonna get ganked, and I figured he could just play safer, but he didn't. All right, is what it is. So now after I base, right, my top the wolves respawn again. My top is gonna start to respawn, right, and this guy's bottom is gonna start to respawn because he started there. So what I end up doing is you always want to check for a gank before you clear out your jungle, right? I could have easily just walked to these camps and farmed them, but you always want to go and see if you can get the gank first before you clear out the top side. I have nothing to lose here. My bot camps aren't up. Side's not gonna invade me. I know he's not coming for the counter gank, so it's free. So just check, see if you can get it. It turned out I could, so that was an easy kill for me. I took that kill. So keep going. So I'm just gonna clear these out. So now we're at the point, right? What I ended up doing, and by the way, just for item's sake, so when I based I bought skirmishers and a dagger, I didn't have enough for the longsword. And I didn't want to wait because I was on 310 or something like that. So it's actually funny because I walked by the sword and I walked down, so he actually sees me. I blast cone over. I'll tell you why I blast coned over to do this. Like I had stated earlier, his bot camps were up, right? So. While his bot camps were up, my top camps were up. So I did the gank, and while I did this gank, he was farming his bot camps. And then at some point where I was doing this, he transitioned from his bot to top. So I knew there was no way he could come for this unless he's very specifically knew, and he would have to stop what he's doing. Obviously this dude's just way too far to react, even if he knew I could. So yeah, it's pretty much just a free Infernal, and there's nothing else better to do with my time. Like Krugs had just respawned, and obviously Red's coming up soon, so a lot of like my new strategy is not taking a lot of risks. So I didn't want to just walk in and look for an invade or anything like that. Like I could have taken his blue, but I've been trying to play a lot less risky. Like we have a lead, their bot lane has priority. It's like not worth to try to die for that. Obviously they have a ward here, so they probably would have seen me, and they had a ward here, so there's a good chance to be spotted. By the way, this ward is really shitty. Like a lot of laners will do it. It's very easy to avoid. Like you could just like hug the wall here and then go around and then hug the wall here and go through. But anyway. I mentioned the wall hugging because it's important to like understand like where common placements of wards, and like you never know, like you can, if you are extra careful about hugging walls, you can get around a lot of wards, because I see that a lot. Okay, I'm transitioning here. It's actually at this part of the game where I've kind of lost tracking of Nocturne. Like I kind of stopped thinking about it, which was my bad. So they ended up getting ganked on bot lane, but also like there's not much I could do to like know that he was going to do that. But I probably definitely could have figured out that he was going to be on the bot side. So that's something I can improve on, right, is continuing my tracking even in this part of the game. So I walk right over the crab, but it doesn't matter. Like I'm going to get this red buff, and there's nothing they can do to stop me. I know mid just base, and then this guy obviously just ganked bot, so he's not even going to get here in time. So I just take it. That being said, like a lot of time elapses where they're off the map, and like maybe Nocturne backed and you know, Ord's coming back and Vigor's back, so I didn't like check these camps. Even if they were here, I just wouldn't have taken them because it would have been too risky. Some TP play from Riven. She ends up picking these kills. So at this point, I'm looking to like my mindset is okay. How can I like secure the first turret, right? That's the next objective. Like we got the Infernal Dragon. I've got a lead for myself. I got my team ahead. Like as you can see, like I'm like pretty far ahead of this guy, and I kill him here. So I don't kill this ward. Okay, let me go back. 15 seconds. So I kill him, and I don't kill this ward because I noticed on the minimap that this guy was going to try to go help Nocturne. So the way that he was walking, it was very obvious. He either has to walk around this way, or he has to go over the blast cone, or I see him walk by the turret again, right, where Riven is. So yeah, I waited from the blast cone over here because that's like really the only thing he could like do that would be like remotely tricky. I end up flashing here just to like make sure I secure the kill. I didn't want to like wait for Vigor to come cage or anything like that, so I just do that. Okay, so here's the thing. I get that. I go in for the invade here. Nocturne I just killed. Orange not here. Low risk, like right to get this. He shows up. Can't do shit. I tell my team, yeah, Nocturne's on the top side of the map, and then I just go and I proceed to like to clear. Okay. So then I base. Come clean this up. Yeah, so that was a relatively decent invade for him. He probably figured I was going to go clear out my top camps. Dang. Rip.